Sweat trainer Kayla Atzina's here. Now today I'm going to give you a little snippet of my post-pregnancy program. So we're going to get started straight away. So we're getting down the ground nice and gently, and I'm just going to roll to my side to lie on my back as I had a cesarean, and this was how I had to get down on the ground. And we're going to go into a glute stretch now. We're going to sit here, we're going to stretch out our glutes nice and slowly, taking a few deep breaths, and I'm pressing my lower back into the floor. Stay with me, and I'm going to swap legs in 3, 2, 1, and we're just going to swap our legs over nice and gently and pulling our leg in towards us, taking some nice deep breaths, relaxing through our neck and our shoulders. From here we're going to move into a downward dog. We're going to turn over in 3, 2, 1. And we're going to roll over very gently, very slowly into a downward dog. And while we're here, we're going to do some calf pumps. We're going to come up and we're just going to do some calf pumps, stretching out our calf muscles side to side. This always felt so good. Just take your time, take a few deep breaths. Open up through that chest. Let that chest sink in between your shoulders. We're going to swap in 3, 2, 1, and we're going to drop down to the ground, stand up slowly, and we're going to stretch out our quads. Now, if you have a wall or a chair, you can hold that. If not, just focus on a point on the ground, take a few deep breaths, maintain balance, keep that core on, and stretch out those quad muscles. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we are swapping legs. Keep that core on, nice and balanced. Just take a second to really appreciate everything that your body's done and everything your body's been through. Take a nice deep breath, and we're going to get into our workout. So we're going to lie down onto the ground. I'm going to start with a foot lift and extend. So I'm going to roll back, safely get onto my back. Take a few nice deep breaths. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. And we're lifting our leg out and stretching out our leg. Good. So it's a foot lift up and then pulling our leg out and coming back in. Now what I've done is I've actually lifted my head off the ground. And the reason I've done this is to place my lower back into the floor. You can absolutely rest your head back if you need, but I love pressing my lower back into the floor. I feel nice and strong. My core feels on when I'm doing this. From here, we're going to move into a side plank in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And in your own time, we're rolling to our side and we are lining up our elbow and our shoulder, our knee, and then we're coming up, placing our foot on the ground, and we're just staying in this side plank position. This was something that I did so much post-pregnancy. I wasn't able to do my usual abs, obviously, so I did a lot of my side plank work and core work, and this was absolutely incredible. So what I'm doing is taking some nice deep breaths. I'm going to swap sides. Take your time swapping sides, knee on the ground, everything lined up, and we're going to go again. Nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Keep going. Use that breath. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to get into a glute kick back. Making sure we're pushing away from the floor. Our core is on and we're kicking back and contracting our glute at the top. Keep your belly button drawn towards your spine. Abdominals nice and tight. Swapping legs. Again, taking those nice deep breaths. Keep going. Halfway. We're going to go into a fire hydrant next. You do not need to move from this spot. 3, 2, 1. And we are bringing our knee out sideways and working on those outer glute muscles. Fantastic work. Keep it going. Nice deep breaths. Keep those hips nice and stable. Push away from the floor. Nice deep breaths. And swapping sides. Fantastic work. Keep it going. Make sure it's nice, slow and controlled. Maintain control. Always focus on your form. 3, 2, 1. And we're just going to rest back for a second before we move back into round 2. So I'm going to safely and slowly get back into starting position where we're going to do that foot lift and extend. I'm going to tuck my hips under. I'll be lifting my head up so nothing can get through. What I want you to imagine is if you have a resistance band or something under your lower back and someone is pulling it out from underneath your lower back and you have to press your back into the ground to keep that band underneath. So really press that lower back into the floor, lift your foot up and extend out. I like placing my hand on my core just so I can feel it working. Keep going. I'm going to move into that side plank in 3, 2, 1. Let's go into our side plank. Make sure everything is in line. Pushing away from the floor and taking some nice deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And swapping in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're safely changing sides. And coming up, core on, nice deep breaths. Keep going. Keep that core on. Press away from the floor. Don't collapse in your shoulder. 3, 2, 1, and over into glute kick back. Notice I'm going quite slow. Everything is slow and controlled. Nothing is fast. Everything's slow and controlled. I'm doing those checks. I'm making sure that my wrist and my shoulder is in line. I'm making sure my core is on. My back is straight. My glute is contracting at the top. What's most important when you're doing these is just your form. You can increase the intensity way later on, but for post-pregnancy and my program specifically, this is all about form, control. Keep going. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're into that fire hydrant. Reset and keep going. Good. Leg out to the side. Keep those hips nice and stable. That core is on. I'm going to keep reminding you of all these checks. Pushing away from the floor. Nice deep breaths. We're going to swap in 3, 2, 1. Swapping legs. Good job. Control the whole way through. Nice deep breaths while you're here. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are resting back. And we are going to go into our final round. So again, safely lying back down on the ground. All right, let's do all those checks. and tilting those hips under, pressing my lower back into the ground, and foot lift and extend. For anyone doing the workout with me today, I can totally relate and understand how you may feel that you were at a certain level at one point and now you're here doing these what feels like basic exercises, but these are really building your foundational strength back up so we can get back into any of my other programs. But for now, let's focus on this journey together and do these exercises together, because these are the ones that I did too, to build back to where I am now. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and moving into that side plank. Again, these exercises are all so important. Setting ourselves up, and we are taking some really big deep breaths in through our nose, out through our mouth. Placing my hand on my tummy, placing my hand on my side, just really feeling that core working. Changing sides in 3, 2, 1, and safely moving into our next position. Take your time. Keep going, nice deep breaths. We're almost there, almost done. 3, 2, 1. And we're moving into our glute kickback. Making sure our wrist and our shoulder is in line. Our core is on. And we're kicking back and contracting our glute. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and swap sides. Keep going. Squeezing at the top. Almost done. We're moving to that fire hydrant. Reset and let's go. Keep going. Nice deep breath. 3, 2, 1, swapping legs. Last exercise. You should be so proud of yourself. You've done such amazing work. Now this is about showing each day, doing what you can do and staying consistent. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are sitting back and we are done. Take a nice deep breath. Well done. I'll see you next time for your next workout.